Okay, call the meeting order at 7 o'clock. Good evening. First is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That was quite interesting.
Eye training.
Okay, before we go on, it is January and we have election of officers and liaisons.
I'll make a motion, we keep everything the same.
I'll second.
Well,
Sorry.
motion made by seconded to keep officers and liaisons the same. Is there anybody who wants to change liaisons? Spots? There we go. Okay. Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mrs. Pethorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Waschinsky?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. Next, we have the approval of minutes.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Waschinsky, seconded by Mr. Burnett to approve the minutes. Is there any discussion? Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mrs. Pethorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Waschinsky?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. Next, the approval of claims. I'll make a motion, we approve the claims.
Moving slow.
Okay.
Second.
I'll second. Oh.
Beat you to it. Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mr. Burnett to approve the claims. Is there any discussion? Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mrs. Pethorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Waschinsky?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. And just to keep everybody updated, the ADA Title VI grievance forms as well as the voluntary public involvement survey are available in the hanging wall files for anyone interested. This is part of the community crossing grants that we have to mention this. Utilities. How you doing, Nate?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well.
We're still looking for coming up with a contractor for the tower demolition. If we get there may be one or two more that may be interested in providing a price for that, so we're waiting on that. Westville Estates pump station is, I've reported in the past, deteriorating rapidly. We're going to need to do something. However, with the proposed subdivision in the area, we're kind of looking at a regional solution for that possibly. If not, we're going to have to probably put some money into that station. I believe it's probably close to 50 years old, and not much has been done to it. The update on the sewer, something basically is a general on the sewer lines. We've done some cleaning and televising, and some of the sewers are so they're really got a lot of sand in them. The problem we're running into is having a contractor find a place to dump it. In the treatment plant project, we're going to put a dump site for that type of waste, because it's actually, once we pull it out, it becomes a special waste, and it's a little bit more difficult to get rid of. So we're going to proceed with, hopefully within the next 4 months, we'll have a site where we can dump it. That takes care of all lift station waste that we pull out of it, and then we can start getting into some more serious cleaning and televising of some of the sanitary lines. We did have several problems with a couple of lift stations over the holidays. McDonald's lift station had a check valve that come apart. The seats in the force main. Tomorrow we've got 2 contractors going to be out there. We can see if we can't retrieve it. Could be a serious problem if we don't get it out of there, because it could plug the force main, and that's not a good thing. On Saturday, we did have a plugged force main on the Colder Road station. We ended up getting it unplugged. The same contractor's coming out tomorrow. We're going to try cleaning that line. There again, that's another old station, old force main that really hasn't done much to it. It is a cast iron pipe, which those are, they're prone for problems as they age. We're going to try having at least part of it televised, so we can see what the condition is tomorrow. Bowen is giving us a price to replace the 2 manholes on Flynn Road. They are going to be pricey, but they came off. We've had 2 of them come off, and it's a high traffic area, and they just become big hockey pucks that skate down the road. The whole casting needs to be removed, the concrete needs to be cut, and spec concrete needs to be installed there. There have to be traffic control, probably lane closure for maybe a day. So that's where really the cost is going to be, is taking care of traffic and that. As far as the treatment plant, everything's moving along fairly well. They're still, I believe we're shooting for August on completion for the facility. A lot of the concrete work's done. We still have one big clarifier. It's a 50-foot clarifier. There's been a problem with the site with groundwater. It's been pretty difficult to contend with. We've got one more area where the big tank goes. We'll start constructing the building out by Main Street, probably next month or so. But there's a lot of underground work going on now. And that's all I've got. Any questions?
If they let us take waste from the correctional center before that, if IDM waives that, what would be the earliest time that they could do that, you know?
Oh, I'll have to look at it. I know we've got to get the headworks. We have to have the headworks done and the new pump station installed for sure. So that may be April or May. I'm just guessing. I can talk to Bowman tomorrow and see that, you know, they've got a fair amount of work on that and some of the electrical, and they're putting the force main piping in, I think, this week. So we've got a lot of shutdowns going. I think we're going to have 3 shutdowns this week. So it's, because the problem with dealing with the plant you're trying to keep up and running is, you know, you shut part of it down for a period of time, start it back up again, shut it down again. So it's a very time consuming, difficult thing to do, so.
Okay. Just wondering, they probably have costs done, so I'll get in touch with Jeff Rowe about where they're at on the rates, because they should have the final numbers, and I would think by now, pretty close to it. Okay, anything else on utilities? Streets?
Nothing to report.
Parks?
Nothing right now.
Police?
So December, there's 284 calls for service. For their entire year, 2022, they're entered to be 5,115. I wanted to approach the council in regards to Corey McKinney. Corey's worked with us for several years as a part-time officer. He's got 20 plus years as a DOC police officer with some pretty extensive investigative skills. He was hired in as a regular probationary officer on probationary pay. I don't think that was quite appropriate for his skill level. I would like to take him off probation and move him to the first class patrolman pay. I think he would have been much better served as a lateral appointment as opposed to a new hire. So if you were okay with that, I would like to move him to the patrolman first class pay beginning pay period January 15th.
Go make that motion.
Yeah, make a motion to move to the first patrolman.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Burnett, second by Mr. Brzezinski to move Officer Corey McKinney to a patrolman first class officer beginning the upcoming pay period.
And I would also like to ask for the hiring freeze to be lifted. I have a couple of interviews set up for Tuesday. So if we could move forward with that, then we can get the ball rolling.
Okay, so we got the motion here. Any discussion, questions?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Don't let it happen again.
All right.
Any discussion? Okay. Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Waschinsky?
Yes.
Ms.
Yes.
Kelly? Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. Hiring freeze,
Yes, if we could lift it.
Yeah. Make a motion to lift the hiring freeze.
I'll second it.
motion made by Mr. Burnett, seconded by Ms. Kelly to lift the hiring freeze. Any discussion?
Yeah, really quick, we need to loop in the safety board, right?
Yes.
Because they'll be conducting interviews as well.
Yeah,
Right.
well, actually, they're here tonight. I would imagine we'll have a meeting,
Out there, so.
we'll have a meeting within the next couple weeks.
Okay.
And I'll post it, and we probably should go ahead and appoint a secretary so we can keep minutes and all that kind of thing.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so we have a motion made and
To lift the hiring freeze.
lift the hiring freeze.
And I'll second it.
Second. Any discussion? Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mr. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. B?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Albert, yes. The safety board, if you're, the members are here, would you stand up? Okay, just so I know Sue. So, okay,
I'm Lindsay.
Lindsay,
Lindsay.
okay.
Okay.
So another, okay,
So,
third.
They're
person.
not, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, you got in late, everybody was
Right.
like, no. Thank you.
Thanks.
And so I went ahead and came in today, and things were definitely hectic, so I went ahead and I swore in today. And I will make my way through inventorying equipment, talking to personnel, and then I will probably ask for an executive meeting followed by a special meeting to update all of you on everything. So I'll keep in touch.
Okay. Darren's new marshal, obviously. Joe, if you guys don't know Joe, he's here, Chief Deputy, resident IU fan. That's right. I hope they, Thursday, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, anything else on police? Thank you, everybody. Finance?
Yeah, resolution 2023-1, we're going to transfer of funds. Be it resolved by the Westville Town Council that the following fund be transferred for, I see 6-7-31. We got to transfer $12,000 from this cumulative capital improvement fund to the general fund. I make a motion that we adopt resolution 2023-1.
Go ahead.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Kelly, seconded by Mr. Waschinsky to adopt the resolution 2023-1. Is there any discussion? Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
This is for the community crossings?
No, this is
No.
for the,
Cigarette tax.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yes.
From the
Sorry, I
state.
got confused.
okay.
Yep.
We just moved this into the,
Mr. B?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
yes,
Albert votes yes. Yeah, it's just transferring the money they accumulate into the fund,
that's a cigarette tax.
which is basically the cigarette tax.
That's nice.
At least we get,
Anything else on finance?
no, that'll be all.
Activity report for the fire department? Do you have anybody here tonight? BZA appointments. We have 2 BZA appointments that are appointed by the council president. It's a 3-year term and a 2-year term. The 2-year term, I am appointing, and these people have agreed to do it. It won't be, we told them after we voted that they're going to do it. Jim Rosine, you'll do it. Jim Rosine, a 2-year term, beginning tonight, ending January 10th, 2025, and a 3-year term beginning tonight, ending January 10th of 2026 is Vicki Dupre. So I'll make those appointments. Then we have Plan Commission appointments, which is a council vote. And these are 3-year terms. And it's Nate is currently serving and Deb is currently serving. You both agreed to serve again?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we appoint Nate Burnett and Deb Kelly to 3-year terms to the Plan Commission.
I'll second.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mrs. Pothorsky. Is there any discussion? Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mrs. Pothorsky?
Yes.
Mr. Waschinsky?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Albert votes yes, passes 5-0. Chamber of Commerce
Yes.
membership?
So, I would love for the town of Westville to just join. The basic membership is $50. I think it'll be good for just the synergy. Just once we're all together, we unite. It's a one-year membership, so obviously it's something that would have to be renewed every year. But you know, the chamber is so thankful that they can use this room for their meetings. But we would really, really love to have the town on board. So I can't make that motion. I'm going to abstain, but if someone, I mean, if you have any questions or anything, let me know. I think that it's just a good thing. Everything we do, we put back in the community anyway, so.
I'll make a motion that we get a one-year membership to the chamber.
I
So-
Go ahead.
I can second it.
Okay, motion made by Albert, seconded by Ms. Kelly to enter into a one-year membership of the Westville Chamber of Commerce. Any discussion? Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mrs. Pethorsky?
Abstain.
Okay. Mr. Waschinsky?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Albert votes yes. 4 affirmative, 1 abstention. Anything else under miscellaneous? Citizens' comments?
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
is there a position open on planning commission for the employee's position?
There is? Okay. Yes.
I'll volunteer.
Okay. Make a motion.
Is this the planning commission? Yeah, okay, all right, make a motion for Darren to join the planning commission.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion made by Mr. Burnett, seconded by Ms. Kelly to appoint Darren Mercer as the town employee representative. Any discussion? Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Ms. Pethorsky?
Yes.
Mrs. Pethorsky, sorry.
You're good.
Mr. Waschinsky?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Albert votes yes. Passes 5-0. Before we get too far along, we have a student from South Central High School here tonight that is here for Ms. Staholski's government class. So she's here for, do you get extra credit for this?
No, but it counts my final grade though.
Okay. I would tell Ms. Staholski it's probably worth 50 points and on your grade, so just giving it a try. I guess she won't do it, but good luck on trying to get the points, though. And thank you for coming out here tonight, or up here, I guess. Anything else? I will make a motion, we adjourn. Okay.
Yep, I'd just like to say something real quick. I don't think we've ever done this in the almost 5 years that I've been here. So unfortunately, I'm sure some of the town probably knows, we lost another employee today. And my wife and my child like to make fun of me because I'm a pretty emotional guy. And that's only because I care about people. I have cared about this town for 4 years and 8 months. And we went through 4 employees in 4 months. And you can only imagine, I guess how that makes me feel. Because you get to know these people on a personal basis. And it's sad. And anyway, I appreciate Dylan Barden. Most of the community probably knows him. He's been very, very proactive for us. He's definitely a community police officer. He always has been. He's out on the streets doing his job. He's not sitting around in an office or sitting at the park. He might take a lunch or something and sit for a little bit, but who doesn't do that? I mean, we work 8 12-hour shifts. We're allowed to sit down and eat or talk to a family member or a friend. So just so everyone knows, Dylan's been here, like I said, 3 years. He's had 4,228 calls for service. That's quite a bit of calls for service in 3 years. He's had 17 OWI arrests and 885 traffic stops in 3 years. So as you can imagine, the Westville Police Department is losing a very key asset, at least in my opinion. We're bleeding officers right now. Recruitment's always been difficult for a lot of agencies. It's not been good here because people use this as a stepping stone. Retention obviously has been a problem because people leave for whatever reasons, whether it be money, another job. But I appreciate you, Dylan, and the time that you put in here, and I'm going to miss you. That's all I got to say.
Thank you.
But, thank you. 5 years, I didn't realize that. And you said your wife and kids make fun of you
They
for
make
what?
fun of me some emotional, but I didn't cry.
Oh.
So I almost did, and I got a little choked up on the way here in the last 24 hours. It's been quite emotional, but it is what it is. So I'm a big boy, and I'll move on and do what's best for me and my family. So I appreciate the time and allowing me to speak tonight.
Yep.
Thank you.
Anything else? Jamie, or did Jamie, you have your hand up?
Just need a hug.
I was just curious what the determining factors were in choosing the new marshal.
Well, I can't tell you because I did not set in on interviews or involved with the hiring process.
Okay.
So
Well, we have a.
I
I
mean,
think it would be
I
fair
mean,
to
it
ask
was
them, I
a
can't
very
answer.
difficult decision.
Yeah,
It was not easy. I mean, we knew that the department was desperate to get someone hired, and due to sickness and just the holidays, everything got postponed. And we had the weekend to think on it, and like I said, it was not easy at all. At all. So I think what it boiled down to was just experience. I mean, Joe is a great candidate. He has all the potential, and he's a star. He's gonna shine. And I think that, you know, moving forward, regardless, like, I just see so much potential in Joe, but all it was just experience. And Darren has been here before, and that's all, like, you know, we're thankful to have him. We're thankful we have two really great candidates, and we're thankful that we have two really great men working together. So, I mean, it was very, very hard. So I can't sit here and say, like, this was the easiest decision. No, it was difficult. It was difficult.
Anything up? Yes, sir.
So who all voted on that, and how was that decision made?
Well,
So we had
The
four.
4 members of the
two
council
others abstained.
without Mike.
They abstained, so it's the 4 of us.
Were we able to know the outcome of the vote?
Yeah, it was 3-1. Right, we're allowed to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I have a question as a new member of the community. When you guys make a major decision like this, the community has no say?
You
Oh,
elect us to
you
make
do.
that decision.
Hmm?
You elect us to make that decision.
But you don't listen to us? That's like your senator going and just doing whatever they want, they don't listen to the people?
Well, you could get 3,000 people in Westville, and you could get 1,500 saying one thing and 1,500 saying another. We're elected to make that decision.
Well, I get that, but at least you're listening to the 3,000.
I believe we're represented, we are elected to represent those people. So they put that in either a senator or a congressman or a town councilman or a mayor's hand. And if you don't like that thing, you have the ballot box.
And I fully understand that, but I can at any time contact my senator when I know what's going on and give them a letter and tell them my opinion.
Sure. And I
I was
haven't,
under the impression this meeting was going to be February 10th, and then all of a sudden it was yesterday?
I don't know where February 10th came from, but I do know we post everything. There's protocol that the town has to follow, and Thursday, there was, at 7:15, it was open for you to come in.
Where is that posted?
It's always in the window, at the town, next door.
Is that posted anywhere publicly, electronically?
No. It is posted in the window, and that's a requirement we have to do.
February 10th, I don't,
That was Facebook.
well, it's got to be true then. Okay.
No, because you guys have a Facebook site, so, you know.
It was Jeff Smith on Facebook said the meeting was Tuesday and if they were gonna vote on the marshal. That's where it all started. It was Jeff Smith's post. And nobody's ever voted on the employment of a town marshal. It's all covered under the Indiana Administrative Code, Title 36. Title 36 dictates how a town marshal is appointed and under what conditions he remains employed. It's never been a voted position.
Anything else? Okay, I will make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Motion made by Albert, seconded by Mr. Bushinsky to adjourn. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Being none, meeting adjourns at 7:26.